Hey guys, welcome back to another video of mine. It's been another week of Stardew Valley for me. I know, my last video was all about Stardew Valley and I'm bringing you guys even more. So expect a breakdown on this one because I am progressing in Stardew Valley. I'm not really necessarily doing a let's play, but I'm gonna be doing some breakdowns for you and showing you what is going on within this game. So spoiler alert guys, I'm gonna be explaining everything that you need to know about the caves in Stardew Valley. On day 5 of your arrival on Stardew Valley, you're gonna get word of a mining cave available on the top right corner of your map. It's found in between the yellow tent and the Adventurers Guild. In the cave, you're able to find artifacts, mining resources, tools, weapons, and much more. When gathering ores, you're able to smelt it down using a furnace so that you could get some ingots. You unlock the furnace early throughout the game. Smelting works like this. When you gather up 5 copper ores, you need 1 coal in order to make a copper bar, and it takes about half an hour in the game. For some raw materials, you're gonna need about 5 of them, but for the quartz, you only need 1. And in this chart, there's 1 ore which is missing, which is iridium. You're not gonna be worrying too much about that ore because it's really hard to obtain it in these caves. You're gonna be using different sources to get that iridium ore. So now that we just went through the basics, let's talk about the cave itself. This right here marks the entrance of the cave. You can travel to this cave a lot faster using a minecart, and minecarts can be unlocked in the community center under a specific bundle, which is the boiler room. You basically have to collect and complete all of these different bundles, like the blacksmith bundle, in order to unlock the minecarts. Then you have the elevator, in which you can explore the cave even more through all of the levels. Every 5 levels that you unlock, you will have an access to an elevator in which you can explore the rooms over and over. So you could go back to level 5 once you reach level 5. And finally, there is normally a purple rock in front of my character here, which stops you from going beyond this point. In order to break that rock, you're going to need yourself an iron pickaxe or stronger, and you'll find this dwarf. This dwarf will finally be able to communicate with you, but right now he's talking gibberish. You could gift him stuff and you can make friends with them, but right now you can't understand him unless you unlock some of the scrolls. The scrolls that I'm talking about are Dwarf Scrolls. There are 4 of these scrolls that you can find throughout the mines. Once you find all 4 and you donate them to the museum, you're able to now understand the dwarf language. Once you know the language, you can return to the dwarf, and now he's going to be able to sell you some products such as a bomb, a mega bomb, a miner's treat, and also a rare crow. You will be most likely given quests in order for you to enter various different levels of the caves. There's over 120 levels in total. Every 10 to 20 levels, you're going to be entering different sorts of caves in which yield different ores and monsters. So after passing the 10th floor, this is considered the brown leafy rock. It goes on from floor 11 to 29, and your main enemies are going to be green slimes. In these levels, you will typically find earth crystals and copper ores. Here's a tip for progressing through different caves. Make sure you clear all the baddies first before considering breaking rocks to find the stairway down. Using a weapon does not drain your stamina, unlike a pickaxe, in which you will have to probably drain a lot of stamina to find that stairway down. You could also craft stairways by using 99 stones, but typically you won't gather that much resources to even craft to begin with, so don't even try crafting it. Maybe while you're at home and you have spare resources, you could bring a stairway with you so that in case you get yourself stuck in a level, you can place it down and you could proceed through the caves. You will find yourself objects throughout the caves, such as an empty minecart which you can right click and it'll have coal, and also a guitar case which will also be filled with coal. When you progress through the levels, you earn yourself different rewards, which are typically found inside a chest, but I'll be going over that later on. But once you pass level 29, you're gonna enter a new phase called the Dark Gray Rock. It's levels 31 through 39, and I would advise you to bring yourself a torch because it gets really dark and there are some weird rocky creatures lurking around the cave. Random events occur when you stay inside a level for a little bit too long. It would randomly occur, and then a bunch of bats or flying type of bugs would come at you and you would have to fight them off. Once you pass the dark gray rocks, you would then enter the cold rocks, which is level 40 through 69. In my opinion, these levels are ideal for gathering iron ore and also lots of quartz. After passing level 69, you then enter the cold castles, which is level 70 through 79. You don't really gather much resources in the cold castles, but then something crazy appears. A weird looking ghost, which is really hard to fight off unless you have yourself a very strong sword. You are going to remember that ghost as being one of the most annoying monsters throughout your experience of the mining cave. It freaking sucks. I hate him. Okay, after passing level 79 and leaving the cold castle and that stupid ghost, you will then enter the hot rocks, which is levels 80 through 99. Here, this is where you're going to start finding little small batches of gold ore instead of iron ore, which is a huge difference. Once you pass level 99 and enter 100, you'll see yourself a red pond. You could fish there and get yourself some lava eel if you want to. And now you enter the hot leafy rocks, which is level 100 through 109. Just to clarify with you, that lava eel is the most expensive fish you could ever catch. You could sell it for 700 to 1050 per eel. That's a lot of money. Level 100 and above starts to get a little bit more trickier. There's a lot of gold that you could find, and there's a lot of strong monsters. Once you pass the hot leafy rocks, which is up to 109 in the levels, you then enter the very hot rocks, which is 110 through 19. This is where the monsters get even more tricky, and you'll find yourself some dark creatures which are good for fighting, and also healers. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of these healers, and they kind of get really hard to fight, especially because they have projectiles. Floors 110 through 19 is the best location in which to get a bunch of gold ore. I mean, they're literally everywhere. Every level has at least a couple of gold ore for you to mine up, and it's the best for that. And finally, through all your struggles, you reach floor 120, in which you can't really do much except get the reward that it comes with. You can't place down a staircase to go underneath 120 because it doesn't allow you to place anything down, so this is the limit. What you unlock inside floor 120 is the skull key, which will be automatically placed inside your inventory. This key will be used in the future, but I'm not going to be going over what it does and all that stuff. Let's continue on with mining. You gain levels just by mining, and at your first level, you unlock a cherry bomb. At level 2, you unlock the staircase in which you could travel through different floors. Level 3, you can now start smelting iron and get yourself the iron ingot. Level 4, you don't unlock anything, and then at level 5, you can unlock a profession. Here you could choose between a geologist and a miner, and if you choose miner, you get 1+ ore per vein, and then a geologist, you get a chance of gems appearing in pairs. At level 6, you get yourself a bomb. At level 7, you're now able to make yourself some gold ingots. At level 8, you can make yourself a mega bomb. At level 9, you unlock the crystallarium, in which you can craft. And then at level 10, this is where your profession gets extended more. So if you're a miner, you get yourself the prospector, in which you can find coal, and it's doubled. And then if you were a geologist, you get yourself the gemologist, which you earn more money from the gems that you sell. So those are the levels in which you go and explore caves, and in every single section and theme that you enter throughout your experience in the mines, you find yourself different treasures, ranging from a steel small sword all the way up to a skull key. You unlock some pretty OP stuff, such as a star drop, in which raises your stamina, and then also what I like to use is the obsidian edge. It is a sword that is very powerful, and I'm still using that even through my gameplay now. You also get yourself a couple of slingshots, which I normally don't use, but to use them, you just place stone inside them, and now you're able to fire. It can be tricky getting used to using a slingshot because you have to move your cursor opposite of where you want to aim. You have to also move your cursor away from your character so that he could pull back the string. And that's how to use yourself a slingshot. It's good for killing enemies that are stuck between rocks and that are far away from you. But that's it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this in-depth look at the mining aspect of Stardew Valley. And in case you did like this video, make sure to click that like button and also consider subscribing. You know, it's so easy for me to make a let's play and just to simply throw that out there, but I would prefer to put a little bit more work into my videos to describe something important in this video game. So in case you guys thought it was a really cool video, then you might consider sharing the video if you want to. It would really help me grow my YouTube channel, and it would just make me super happy. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next YouTube video.